You might have heard lots of rumours swirling about the couple, especially over the weekend, that their relationship is on the rocks. It's been suggested the couple are taking some time apart.
There is the hope amongst certain people at the palace that when the marriage breaks down or breaks up.
Sussex are reportedly on a trial separation after months of fighting. Sources close to the pair say the time apart is in the hope of rebuilding their bond after recent humiliation and deals falling through.
People say every fairy tale has a karsh, but this one started with one email, one sentence, one piece of truth that Prince Harry never wanted everyone to know. 4 years. Everybody thought Harry would protect Meghan Markle until forever. He left his home, his titles, his family, his future, all for her. But now the trouble isn't starting from Meghan, it's starting from him. Because palace workers say Harry recently told a secret that shocked Meghan and showed a crack going straight through their marriage. And it all comes back to February 2018 to a single email Harry sent that became legal proof in court. On the outside, it seemed harmless, professional, protective. But hiding between the lines was a sentence that made royal workers stop. A sentence that didn't fit the timeline. A sentence that didn't fit the truth. A sentence that changed everything. But here's the trouble. In February 2018, there was no baby. No announcement. No belly, no talk. So why was Harry writing like one already lived? And if a baby did live, why was nobody else able to prove it? Tonight, we're following the clue that breaks the whole fairy tale. Because once you learn what that email really meant, you'll never look at their marriage the same way again. Was Harry protecting Meghan, or was he protecting a secret?
Family relations will ever be the same ever again. But if there were a divorce, it would be a more dignified way of extricating him from the situation.
Our players, simple. Harry, emotional, loyal, hurting later. Meghan, magnetic, strategic, always camera ready. In public, they were the picture of a modern fairy tale. Two rebels rewriting royalty, two lovers against the world. But behind palace doors, things were messy. Quiet whispers, worried schedules, late-night meetings, a feeling that something wasn't making sense. And at the middle of it all, Harry's rushing, his pressure, his focus with that one sentence, before the baby comes. Wait, what? Because in February 2018, Meghan wasn't pregnant. Not publicly, not privately, not medically. Yet Harry wrote that sentence like a man racing a clock. Why?
They went over to America. They were going to be a power couple. They were going to be the next Michelle and Barack Obama, or the next George and Amal Clooney, and that has not worked out for them.
Proof number one, the impossible timeline. Harry sent that email in February 2018. He and Meghan got married in May 2018. The public pregnancy announcement didn't happen until October 2018. That's an 8-month space. But here's the surprise. Harry's email made it sound like the baby was expected to come before the wedding. Think about that. An unborn child that supposedly lived months before any pregnancy ever became public. The math wasn't working, not even a little. So now the question becomes, what timeline was Harry even working on?
Well, of course, they have poisoned the pond to such an extent, but she has poisoned it irretrievably.
Proof number two, the palace confusion. Inside the royal offices, workers were shocked. Meetings suddenly became urgent. Schedules were changed. Even the Queen quietly asked for explanation. Yet, there were no medical reports, no appointments, no confirmations. Just Harry saying one phrase over and over again. It needs to be fixed before the baby comes. And here's the part nobody wanted to say out loud. The only person who ever talked about a baby was Meghan. Harry wasn't protecting the institution. He was protecting a story. But whose story was it?
I'm reading in these papers, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they've split, they're taking time apart. They've been humiliated and broken by their failures. And, this story was everywhere. It was in the US, it was in Britain, it was here, it was in India, it was Pakistan. Everywhere.
Proof number three, the disappearing crisis. By March 2018, just weeks later, everything changed. The worry evaporated. The rush stopped. The urgency disappeared. The baby emergency that had pushed every royal schedule into chaos suddenly wasn't talked about at all. It was like the entire crisis had been turned off overnight. Insiders quietly said Meghan told Harry she had lost the baby, but the timelines didn't match anything close to a real pregnancy. Not even remotely. A crisis had showed up out of nowhere and disappeared just as fast. Which brings us to the question nobody in the palace could ignore. Was there ever a baby at all?
And given that this is a woman who he has chosen to lose everything for.
Proof number 4, the 3 masks. People inside the palace started seeing a pattern, almost like Meghan had 3 different versions of herself she used depending on what she needed. The first mask was the victim. Soft voice, wide eyes, emotional tone, instant sympathy. And Harry, already hurt from his past, defended her instantly. The second mask was the partner, warm, united, us against the world. Harry followed wherever she pointed. The third mask was the star, confident, radiant. Cameras loved her while Harry faded into the background. And the timing of each mask was perfect. Every emotional change unlocked a different reaction in Harry. She didn't need chains. She had emotion. But what happens when the masks stop working?
Some commentary around the fact that there may be some upset in their marriage as well. But at this stage, it's just looking like they are very much following different paths.
Proof number 5, the wedding that couldn't be stopped. The engagement moved at record-breaking speed. 6 months, unheard of for a royal wedding. And Harry said it had to happen quickly, urgently, almost frantically. Every reason pointed back to the same phrase, before the baby comes. That line was the motor behind every rushed decision. It wasn't a wedding. It was a deadline. A deadline the palace never fully understood, and a deadline that changed the path of Harry's life forever. And the strangest part, we're not even at the most shocking detail yet.
He has certainly tried to crawl back into certain people's good graces, which suggests that whether he has admitted that he was wrong or not, he is aware.
When that email came back, social media exploded. People tweeted, Harry knew about a baby months before she was pregnant. Explain. Or, imagine rushing a royal wedding over a pregnancy that never happened. TikTok creators acted out the email dramatically before the baby comes, then cut to an empty pregnancy pillow. Memes spread like wildfire when the palace asks for medical proof above Meghan handing over a Starbucks cup. Hollywood loves scandal, but they don't love a scandal they can't control. Would you believe the story if you heard that one line? Comment below.
Some other famous people in the USA, Meghan Markle and, of course, her husband, the Ginger. What do you make of reports in Vanity Fair that Meghan's PR team have reportedly spruiked a potential book about her life post-divorce from Prince Harry, which is a bit awkward since the couple haven't even split up?
This wasn't gossip. This was complete collapse. The palace felt tricked. Staff felt manipulated. Helpers quietly backed away. And Harry finally began to see the cracks. Montecito looked like freedom at first, but when the cameras turned off, the silence got louder. He wasn't a prince anymore, not a hero, not a rebel. He felt like an accessory. Brand deal stalled. Netflix raised eyebrows. Hollywood whispered, "Is any of this real?" Even Meghan noticed Harry slipping and couldn't stop it. Because once a man who gave up everything starts questioning what he gave it up for, the whole foundation shakes.
He never trashed her. He never abused her. He's never said anything nasty about her. He's hidden a lot of her secrets.
This email wasn't just a line in a document. It was the map of their entire relationship. Rushing, fear, pressure, emotion. If the baby storyline was misunderstood, or worse, never real, then every choice Harry made afterward was built on sand. The rushed wedding, the palace fights, the dramatic exit, the move to America, all of it. And here's the scary part. If they could rewrite one timeline, what else do they rewrite? Because once one story cracks, the whole fairy tale collapses.
So what Radar is saying is that they are taking a temporary time apart just so that Harry can try to find... Harry does not like the chaos of Los Angeles. Harry does not like the pursuits of Hollywood.
So here's what we learned. One email showed a secret timeline. One sentence showed the pressure behind the wedding. And one moment changed Harry's life forever. So now the question is simple. Has Harry finally seen the truth? Or is he still living inside the version she built? Drop your thoughts below. Comment if you think she planned this from the start. And if you love your scandals served cold, subscribe because this story is just begun.